Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part 3. So today we're going to assemble the dual stick shifters, overhaul the pedals, and assemble the brakes. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and overhaul the pedals. I already took the cap off of this one. And these pedals are really in good shape. They're going to polish up nicely. These are Atom 440 made in France. Very lightweight pedals that came on all the Continentals and on the Sprints. And these caps are what get beat up the most, and sometimes it can really make a big impact on what the pedal looks like once it's done. This one right here has got some dings on it, and the chrome has basically been scratched off. So I've been looking online to see if I can find replacements, and there's none to be found. So maybe I can find another set of pedals that has them in better shape. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get these little dents out. Okay, so I put the screwdriver in a vise, and it's the perfect size to fit right underneath that cap. And then I just took this mallet and pounded it, and it seemed to be shaping it back to its original roundness. So all the little dents are gone. I'm going to beat on it a little bit more, but definitely looks better than it used to. Okay, so we'll go ahead and change the bearings on this one. Started the cleaning process on the other one, and that one's spinning beautifully. Went ahead and overhauled the bearings, so I'll do the same on this one. This one here is in a little worse shape. It doesn't even, it'll just start and then it'll stop. So definitely some bearing action there that needs to be, right there, it just stops on a dime. So definitely take those out, and then we'll clean her up. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put the pedal here on this vice grip. Make sure it's nice and tight. Use a 12mm. And then go ahead and just go counterclockwise. So you can take off that nut there. And then next you'll see a washer right here that's got a little tab on it, so it'll slide right out of here. You can also grab some pliers to reach in there and grab it. I already been turning it so it's a little bit loose already, so take that out. Again, there's a little slot right there. And this right here, you can just turn it. It's already loosened up. This is the cone right here that we're about to take off. And once you take that off there, you should be ready to pull that off. This is where all the bearings are going to come out, so at this point you want to go ahead and move this over to the top of your tray so you can keep track of all the bearings. The cone looks to be in pretty good shape, so, and I see the bearings in there, so we'll go ahead and move it over here and take the bearings out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and drop this out of there. So one more, so we got a total of 9. So we got 9 bearings on that side there. And then here comes the other side. He's just going to come right out. And there's 3. And that may be part of the problem. I'll make sure that these races aren't damaged. That definitely explains why it wasn't spinning. Alright, so we'll go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I'm going to drop this in a little bit of paint thinner there. Let that soak, and then we'll go ahead and take apart the rest of these reflectors, take them out. They'll stay in good shape. The other one cleaned up nicely, so this will be, I'm sure, the same. Alright, so just make sure you don't lose any of those. And these things are lightweight, so we'll clean that up. And then this right here, I'm just going to take a little bit of this paint thinner and just clean out these races real good. To be in pretty good shape for only having 3 bearings there. I don't know how that got like that. Yeah, those are in good shape. There's no scarring or anything like that, so this should spin perfectly once we're done with it. And do an initial cleaning here before I do the polishing on it. That should come out really good. Next thing, we'll go ahead and see what kind of size bearings we got. This is the 1/8, a little small, and it fits perfectly through there. So there we go. So it looks like that's the size we need.
532. Alright, so I do have the bearings I need. I already had them here at the shop. So I'll go ahead and use those and replace the 9 and then the 3. We'll go ahead. I went ahead and put some of the Loctite rust dissolver on here because there was a little bit of rust right there as well as here, so that they kind of came together right there, and that's where the rust came from. Alright, so we'll let that soak with some of that rust dissolver. That'll definitely help and keep those things soaking. Alright, so the pedals cleaned up nicely. Reflectors shining like new. And that little rust came right off of there as well that was on the side. There's a spindle. And there's the cone. The key washer. And then that's the top nut. And then I set up my bearings there. They are again size 532. So we'll go ahead and put those in there. And I still can't believe there was only 3 on this end right here, but the races look intact. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put some of this Park Tool grease right in here. Again, that's at the very bottom where the bearings are going to sit. And I am going to go ahead and just do 9 in here. Put those in there. Just make sure that you have enough space for at least 1 or 2, so be able to move around. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put the grease right in here. And we'll put our bearings in there. Alright, so now we got the 9 there, and we'll go ahead and put the cone in there. And again, the cone is pretty much just tightened until there's no play, but not too tight, so that way they spin freely. And you can actually spin this side of it to make it easier. Just keep your pressure on it. And there we go. No play, and it's still spinning. So that's the trick. See how there's no play at all? And it's still spinning nicely. So, alright, next thing is the washer. There's a little slot key on it. So you just slide that right in there. Give it a test drive before you put that tighten it, and it's spinning beautifully. Just like it should. That's what all the bearings will do. Nice. And then you got your 12mm. Alright, so then we'll go ahead and just test it, make sure it's spinning great. There's no play. Tighten it a little bit just to make sure we're good. Feeling pretty good. Okay, and then go ahead and put the reflectors on. Okay, and then these just you want to tighten them just enough, not too much, but enough to make sure that they don't rattle off of there. And again, be really careful with these when you turn them so you don't scar them up. Alright, and now we'll go ahead and put our cap on it. You saw how I was able to round those out. And still have scars on them, but they look much better than those dents. So you just tap that in there with the mallet, and we should be good to go. Well, they're done. You just got to put the reflectors on the other one, and the pedals are overhauled, polished, and ready to be mounted on the bike. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put together the dual stick shifters. I brought this up on the last video, but again, these are the barrel head for the shifter cables versus these right here. These are the pancake or coins, what they're called. And difference is that these won't fit in this slot, and they'll stick out and look bad. So you want to make sure that you get these kind, because these slide right into that slot, and as you can see, it hides it. And so that's how that will look on your bike. Be a nice finish right there. And again, these slots go to the top. So when we put this together, that's the first thing we got to think about. So there's that slot, and here's the main piece and the bracket. And this bracket, as you can see, has a slot there, and the slot here as well. So you have to, you know, understand that that's how that's going to be a little casing. So as long as you know that that's the way it's going to fit, it's going to be easy to install. So let's go ahead and put them together. So again, it's pretty straightforward. You got your bolt. Make sure that the little square peg fits right in there, and that'll keep it from moving around. And then you got your washer. And this is where I use the synthetic chain lube in here to keep them nice and lubricated. And again, with the thing up, that goes right in there. And then you got your second washer. Again, it gets lubed right there. And we already saw how this fits, so you want to move this back enough to clear that slot, so that way that fits right in there. See how these drops, just like that. And that's it. Then you just go ahead and put your cap on it and the butterfly bolt. So that should be it. And again, lubrication is important there, and that way that thing will fit right in there. So we'll go ahead and do the other one just like that. Just put your bolt in, washer, lube it, slot up, second washer with lube, and then just make sure you got that cleared right there, that hole, so that way this will drop right in there. And then just put your cap, and then your, well, so that's it. And then again, just tighten them enough, not too much, just to keep them from moving around. And then with your lube, that should do it. Okay, and here is the brakes. As you can see, we clean them up, and this is the way they're going to go in. I always like to keep one together to use as a reference to make sure it's put back exactly like it's supposed to be. And one thing I noticed on these brakes, the first thing that goes are these bolts will get corroded, and that'll basically, you know, make the whole brake look bad even if you polish the rest of it. These right here, once the chrome gets peeled off a bit, there's really no going back, and this one was even worse. So I looked online and just Googled it and found the exact same replica in perfect condition, brand new. So that in itself will make that brake look brand new once we get that on there. So very glad to find that. And it was $9 for a pair, so I got a couple extra just in case, so I can do other brakes going forward. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put this together. Again, it's pretty much as you see it. Bolt goes there. These, if you notice, these little springs, they go with a little, I call it a little footer to the bottom. So that goes like that. And then this fits right in there, like that. And then you just tighten it back here with a screw. Put the bolt back here, and you just turn it. And once it's got a little thing that'll hold it in place, so you just get it in there enough, and then you can just tighten it from the front at that point. Okay, so once you put that together, then you just make sure the spring is in there correctly. So again, this little part right here will go towards the bottom of it, and this other part will go here to the top. So just put that in there like that. Then you just tighten your screw right there. And that's it. And then this, of course, goes in there as well. So now with the other side just like it, and then we'll go ahead and make sure that the spring is loaded on there correctly. Alright, so now we'll do the other one. And again, you'll have to move this up a little bit. Put your bolt in there. And then you just get this back in there, and you're good to go. Make sure that your spring is on the right side of the anchor. So it's good to go. I also went ahead and added more of this lubricant right at the pivots because there's going to be movement there. And then once it's on there, you can go ahead and just tighten it. And again, just make sure that they're tight, but not too tight. So you don't want them to be binding, but But there you go. And check out those bolts, beautifully clean. Much better than those. So I'll do this one next. This one actually is not too bad. That one's okay. But that one is a little bit pitted. But I'm going to go ahead and replace them both since I got extra ones. Alright, we'll go ahead and do the other one. And then this whole thing will just come apart. So hang on to it like this.
Alright guys, well thank you for watching. We're out of time. So stay tuned for the next video. We'll go ahead and put the headset, the crankset, and we'll complete the build. Looking forward to getting this bike on the road. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.